All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to set up a chart of accounts in QuickBooks, which is probably one of the most important things to do from an accounting standpoint, so that you can job cost and everything. A lot of people don't set this up correctly, and it creates huge problems down the road. So I'm going to try to set you up right, and then I'm going to give you a link to two things. Number one is going to be this sheet, which shows you all of the chart of accounts from a previous home builder I worked with. Large scale company, and doing 300 to 500 homes a year, so you can trust that it'll work. And then I'm going to show you actually the ones that I did. So first, you're going to go to List, Chart of Accounts, and we're going to go ahead. I created a couple different categories, one being assets. I'm going to skip to 6,000. That's for an example later. 1,000 series is going to be assets, 2,000 liabilities. 3,000 is equity, income, home building. These are every single chart of account that you can think of in order to build a home that you'll need to set up. Of course, you might have a couple more, a couple less. And then we have a 7,000 series for financing, sales, and indirect expenses that have nothing to do with the house. So all of these items in the 500 series will eventually give you a square foot cost basis for your house, so that you can accurately estimate them in the future going forward. So, for example, the first thing that you'll want to do is set up the main accounts. So build your 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, etc. up to 9,000 series. And then what we're going to do is create a sub account right here. So for the sake of example, I'm going to go ahead and go down to account right here, and I'm going to go to new account. And again, this is going to be an example, and this is going to be, let's call it an expense account. And we're going to give this up here in the number, the 8,500 series, which I've already set this up. You probably want to do 8,000 series, and then we'll call this, I always like to capitalize it, it'll make it a lot smoother in the future, direct costs. So you're actually not going to allocate any costs to this. What you're going to do is build sub accounts from this. So now you have your 8,500 set up. You're going to go back down to account, hit a new account, and it could be anything that you'd like. Now remember, once you have the main account, the 1, 2, 3, 4,000 series, the sub accounts below that have to be the exact same thing. So for example, I couldn't choose income and then create it under the 800 series. So I'm going to hit sub account of, and it has to be one of the expense accounts, which we're going to see the 8,500 series right here, direct costs, and maybe this is going to be, I don't know, car allowance or something. And I like to capitalize these, but not all capitals, because then you'll be able to see it a little bit cleaner. So it's going to be a sub account, and always put at least 10 spaces in between. What I mean by that, we're going to do 8510, right? Then the next one is going to be 8520. Next one is going to be 8530, then 40. Reason being, you're going to forget something. I even like to jump it even higher than that, usually 20, so that that gives me. I like to keep the numbers super duper clean. So let's just say I forgot let's just say I did 8510, right? And then I forgot something. I could do 8505, then I could do 8515, 8520, and then infill it. So you never want to do like 8501, 8502, 8503, because later on you're going to have an issue if you've filled in a forgotten account. I'll give you a good example here. You'll see I have 5,400. And you'll see cleaning, for example. I wanted it to follow in order. You see I have it as 5455. Well, that means I forgot it. 5465. So I can backfill and keep everything in order. So now under your direct cost, you have 8,500, and then see how this nicely depicts a sub account. And what's going to make this beautiful, again, this is a test account, but when you run financial reports, let's just say you have a profit and loss, right? When you're going to collapse these, it makes it nice and clean. So right now this is just a test, so there's not much data in here. Maybe I have some more information, not too much more. But see how it only gives you the master accounts, and then if you expand it, then you can get into exactly what it costs. So when you're running financials, you're just going to want to know what's the income minus expenses equals total income. And then you want to get down to the nitty gritty of, hey, what was the car allowance, telephone? Where did I bust in this budget? Another reason why you're going to do that, which I'm going to get into a little bit later, is your budgets, right? And, excuse me, planning and budgeting. And that's how you set up your initial budget. And then when you're actually running reports, you're going to go into, where the heck did they put it? Budgets right here, and budgets versus actual. So this is why it becomes critically important. I'm going to do it by job, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish it. And then what we're going to see in this report, we have budgeted numbers, for example, builder's risk insurance. My original budget was $1,000. It actually came in as $1,104, which means I'm over budget by $104. So all of these sub-accounts are going to go into the get deeper and deeper into job cost accounting, which inevitably is going to show true profitability of the project. And it's also going to be able to really help you in the future so that you don't have budget busts and to really fine tune your numbers. So if you guys want the chart of accounts, I'm going to go ahead and export it. You can set it, copy and paste it, or import it. I'll give you an Excel file, and also hand you this one as well. This one actually breaks it up into, this is more complicated. Like I was saying, it's a production home builder that I used to work for, and they break it up. I think it's way too complicated for beginning stage startup kind of companies. They have major, minor codes, option codes, area codes. I think when you're starting up, just create the master, and as your company grows and gets more sophisticated, you'll inevitably have to add more and more cost codes to fine tune your numbers and really see where the money's going. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks.